Hello everybody! So today we're going to the Middle East. Now of course we're not going to the center of the earth. There's like really hot magma down there. Don't want to touch that. So we're going here to this tiny place. It's not an island, it's connected to things. But this tiny place called Israel. Like I said before, it's in the Middle East. Okay, sorry we're late. I've been doing some cool activities because it's summer. I'm gonna call in a friend of mine, / part of me, who's going to explain them to you. Fun Alexandra, I'm gonna go get her. Did I hear someone call for Fun Alexandra? Ooh, that's me. She's probably still looking for me, so I have to make this fast. I'm always fast though. Okay, so the things that we've been doing is bike rides, of course with social distancing, swimming, really fun because our pool is opened, and science experiments. But there's more. We've also been going to protests and doing this video. Oh, I have to go now. She's back, huh? Where'd my paper go? Oh my god. Fun Alexandra was here. She always likes sneaking up on people. Whatever. We're gonna get into fun facts, but for that, I need Fun Fact Alexandra, who makes fun facts fun. Or else, I'm gonna bore you to death. Okay, I'm gonna go get her. Fun Fact Alexandra, hello. Fun fact number 1 about Israel. The Dead Sea, and I quoted it because it's the name of the sea, is a sea that's drying up, which is why it's called the Dead Sea. So, if you want to go see it, you can just go to Israel and pop on by. Fun fact number 2. There are 2 official languages in Israel. Hebrew is the first, and the second is Arabic. Fun fact number 3. Israel is half the size of Lake Michigan. That is small. Fun fact number 4. Israel has the first ever underwater museum. And here are some pictures. Roll the clip and I'm out of here. Where did my other paper go? Fun fact probably already came. Anyway, let's get on to the interview, and I'm out of here because I do not want to have to go through that again. Interview Alexandra will take care of that.
Hi, Alexandra.
Hey! Hello, Karen. Hello, Adam.
Hi.
Hi, Lior.
Hi.
So, you are in Israel, right?
Yes. We're in a place called Ramat HaSharon, which is about 10-15 minutes away from Tel Aviv, which is a big, it's a big coastal city.
So, Eden, how old are you?
I'm 16. So Lior is 9. What grade are you in, Alexandra?
I'm in 4th grade, but my next grade will be 5th.
So he's in 3rd grade.
No.
But you know he started learning English this year, and he's very good. So hopefully by next year he'll be able to talk more and stuff.
What do you do as work?
My main job is I'm a lawyer. I'm legal counsel of a software company. But I also work. I also do a lot of singing, and so yeah.
The time here right now is 12:43. What time is it there?
Ooh, it's 7:43. So there's 7 hours between us.
Now we're going to get to your coronavirus numbers in Israel. So your cases have been 17,008. But your deaths, you've kept it to 284, so almost 300. You recovered about 14,776 people. So now your active cases have gone down to 1,948, which is really, really good, because that means you just eliminated so many cases that you're barely at 2,000 now.
Right.
Your population is 8.6 million people, which is about as big as New York City.
Right. Right.
So it makes sense that you're keeping it to a very low number, but it still is pretty good.
He's like, we did a good job.
What has your Prime Minister, Netanyahu, been doing about the pandemic?
הוא לקח את הקורונה מאוד כיף בשבילו.
כן, למה?
כי הוא היה לו אמור להיות משפט והבחירות.
So Lior is saying that his name is Bibi Netanyahu, that's what we call him. So Lior said that it was actually good for him because he was able to get all kinds of political advantages because he has a court case against him and he basically used it to get more popularity and stuff. But he said that ultimately he did well because I'll add that we used to, when it all started, he'd like have briefings and sort of, I think he took it very seriously and locked down very quickly, and that's why we managed to keep it under control. So I think it was a combination of working well and also getting a political advantage at the same time.
Can you talk more about the different phases of lockdown?
Right. So it started, we had some phases. We had like just, at the beginning it was just small things. They slowly started,
Building.
shutting things down. Then in around April, we had the 2 weeks where it was complete lockdown, where you couldn't leave the house and there was police and, it was quite strict for at least 2 weeks. In fact, we had like specific holidays where for like 24 hours, you weren't allowed out of the house.
Wow.
Yeah. From like a certain hour to a certain hour. But only 2 of those during a holiday. Most of the time we were allowed up to 100 meters from our home. And then slowly it started opening up again. It started by, increase to 500 meters. Then the kids went back to school like just 1 day a week. Slowly. And now I would say, for now it's gone back to almost normal. But as I said before, I think that we're going to hear some news tonight about, certain measures coming back. But we still walk around with masks and gloves in like stores and stuff.
How's this affecting you and your family?
לישון מאוחר. גם קצת חופש.
So Lior said that he liked sleeping in late and having a bit of a vacation.
Everyone likes that.
Right. The only thing is we weren't able to see our grandparents. So that was a little bit difficult. Especially during the holidays. We had some Jewish holidays. We did a lot of cooking. In fact, Guy and I became like, fabulous cooks, like everyone, I guess.
Yes.
Lior's saying we went downstairs a lot just to our garden and like, just round the house. At the beginning, we did a lot of games and artwork, but it was nice. I mean, with the kids, the older girls, who you saw one, Eden, and then I have another one, Tamar, but she didn't come. So they're never home. So the fact that there was lockdown meant they were home. He really missed football. Soccer. You call it soccer. Because he's very into soccer. He's in a team, like our town's sort of team, and he practices a lot. Yeah, Lior has also basketball, judo he used to do. He's quite busy as well. Swimming.
You are also a U.S. citizen. What does the world, and specifically America, what do you think that they need to learn or to know about Israel during the pandemic?
עשינו סגר מוקדם וטיפלנו בזה טוב.
He said we locked down early and did a good job.
That's good.
Yeah, and I think there's a kind of a discussion going on whether there was too much hysteria and they locked down everything, and so now there's some economic problems for some people whose businesses were shut down.
Oh yeah,
So there's a bit of a discussion about whether it was the right thing to do, but I think when looking at the numbers, I think we can see that it was the right thing to do, but I think there are some people having a really hard time from economic.
Yes, in some places they are giving money.
So here we got some money. People got money from the government. Not a lot, but they did get some. But still, I think there's some, especially artists, singers, restaurant owners.
So, Karen, did you and Guy, do both of you work from home or do you go?
Guy and I were, what? Lior was like, you were working all day. Because we worked from home, both of us, the whole 2 months. Really hard, actually. And a lot. And actually, tomorrow is my first day back to work, but we're only going in once a week. So just going to go in tomorrow, and then I'll come back and work from home.
How did you work from home with 4 kids in the house? Have to, one of you will work while the other one takes care of the kids, and then it switches.
Exactly.
Is that what you had to do?
Yep, we basically took turns. Guy worked harder than me, actually, because I was more flexible with my time, and so I was with the kids more in the mornings, but then I would work more in the afternoon, evenings, and then he'd be with them. They watched a lot of TV, I have to say. But what can you do?
So, how is the environment for you? Have you seen any differences?
So Lior said that we definitely see, the effect of a better environment because of the lack of planes. So, the air's definitely clearer. So there's a place in Israel called Eilat that in the last month had like an earthquake, had a tornado, had a million things that kind of ruined the city in addition to the coronavirus. Oh, and there's these beautiful coral reefs in Eilat, and they were destroyed because of the tsunami.
Oh no.
Yeah. We go on vacation there sometimes, so.
How's your school?
Over here, we kind of, the lockdown ended like a week or 2 ago, and everyone went back to school. Yeah. So he said, well, during Corona, they were studying from home. ואיך זה לחזור?
כיף.
אתה נהנה? תגיד לך כמה נהנה.
אני נהנה.
כן? He said that he's happy to be back at school.
What do you learn?
Great, I learned it, how do you say it? Like medicine. Yeah. And math and science and a lot of things.
They had classes all day with their teachers on Zoom. So it was very organized well. And we got like a daily planner, and they had homework, and they had all kinds of things to prepare. It was quite serious, I thought.
Do you guys have any pets?
Yeah. We'll go bring her. We have a little dog, and her name's Miley, and Lior is going to go get her. She's very cute. She's a little poodle.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I think a doctor.
Look who's here. Can I tell you a funny story? Lior wanted a fish bowl. And Guy went to buy fish. And he came back with Miley. She was a tiny little dog and she didn't have a home. And she was like crying in the corner. So Guy called me and said, I know I went out to buy fish, but can I bring home a dog?
Is it hard to take care of her, or is it easy? What do you
Of
have?
Miley? That's a good question.
אנחנו עובדים איתה, נותנים לה אוכל, ומטפלים בה.
So he said that it's... מה אמרת? זה קשה או לא?
Okay.
He said it's quite hard to take care of her. There's a lot of work. We take her out, we give her food, we have to wash her. She goes for her haircut every month. Yeah, but Lior used to take her out, but since lockdown, it's been because they weren't allowed really to go out so much. We were allowed to go out of the house like 100 meters to take the dog out. But there were like 2 weeks where we weren't allowed to go out at all.
Wow, that must have been hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Lior just said it was terrible for him. So guess what we did during lockdown, Lior and I?
What?
We watched all the Harry Potter films. And we just finished the last one 2 days ago.
My brother's still reading me the 4th book.
So we just went straight on to the movies, but we had a great time, the two of us. So Eden has to go, so maybe one last question?
So how old are you and where do you live?
I turned 10 not too long ago. I live in West Virginia, a very calm state. Doesn't have very much coronavirus cases yet.
Right, Lior asked if where you live is close to New York.
So apparently there's about a 6 or 8 hour drive, which is about how long it takes to get to Toronto, where most of my family lives.
Very cool.
Okay.
So I'm going to let Eden go.
So nice to meet you.
Me too.
Bye.
Try to think that love's not around, but it's uncomfortably near.